Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. On Sunday, something fishy took place in Mount Kenya, politically speaking. William Ruto attended some events in Nyeri. Rigathi Gachagua boycotted that event. Why do you think Rigathi Gachagua boycotted William Ruto's event in Nyeri? Because Rigathi Gachagua comes from Nyeri. Instead, Rigathi Gachagua attended a function in Kirinyaga. But again in Kirinyaga, something fishy also happened there. William Ruto delivered his message during that function through none other than the governor, Anne Waiguru.
Mimi jana nilikuwa nimetumwa na Mheshimiwa Rais kuwa ameweza kuja kule Baricho na alinipatia message yake. Simuliona nilifikisha. Tukagabu pia Kikuyuni viongozi wako. Kama ni viongozi wanatafutwa wa kutoka Central Kenya, viongozi wako. Na kiongozi asije akafikiria yeye tu peke yake ndio anaweza ongoza watu wa Mount Kenya. Mount Kenya iko na options, Central Kenya iko na options, watu wanaweza jitolea, bora sisi tuwe ndani ya serikali, si ndio? Hapa Kirinyaga tulisema jana, na mimi sana napenda kuongea maneno ya kazi. Watu wa Kirinyaga walinichagua kwa sababu kampeni yangu nilisema kazi ifanye nini? Kazi iliongea ama haijaongea? Bado kazi inaongea ama haiongei? Watu wa Kirinyaga ni watu werevu sana. Na usije ukadanganywa kwa sababu umefika Kirinyaga ukapigiwa makofi, ati utakuja uwabebe wote uwapeleke kule unataka. Hawa watu watakuangalia na kwambia tu, hata ukisikia nikiwauliza sasa, mtu akikuja hapa waambie, mtanipatia kura.
So why do you think William Ruto decided to deliver the message through Anne Waiguru and not his principal assistant? Now let us go back now to Nyeri. In Nyeri, William Ruto was accompanied by one of the harshest critics of Rigathi Gachagua, none other than Kikuyu Member of Parliament, Kimani Ichung'wah. And Kimani Ichung'wah asked William Ruto to remove Rigathi Gachagua from office.
Pia rais, unajua hivi majuzi, just like our bishop has told us, even from fellow countrymen and even people in your team that you work with, you have been christened as a cunning hare, ambaye ameuliza mwenzake waenda wakachape mabibi zao, na sisi wengine tukaitwa hyenas. Unajua wengine tumeitwa barking dogs and you're the dog owner. But I want to tell you, Excellency, take heart. Haya mambo yote, yale majina yote utaitwa, yale matusi yote utatukanwa, just get this country to the show safely. Because if you trust in God, and the Lord that has gotten you to where you are and gotten our country to where we are, will deliver this country and get us to show safely, and we'll be a safe and prosperous nation. Don't be afraid. Shake off the snake. That viper on your hand, Your Excellency, the viper, the snake in your government, please shake it off. Shake it off, Your Excellency. Shake it off, not for your own sake so that it doesn't bite you. Shake off the snake on your hand so that your hand may do what the Lord purposed that hand to do, to deliver our country safely to the show. Kwa hayo mengi, Mungu abariki, Governor.
And of course, ahead of those events, Rigathi Gachagua's allies had claimed that there were plans to revive the plans to remove or to impeach Rigathi Gachagua.
Nasema anataka kuimpeach Gachagua, that one will bring a lot of chaos on the ground. Nini mzee? Sitegemei kitu ya mtu. Sitegemei mtu anisaidie. Miaka yangu nimebakisha mambo mawili, kuongea ukweli na kwenda mbinguni. And the truth is, hiyo mambo mnafanya hiyo ataweza mtafute signature mtu wa Gachagua. I'm not saying Gachagua is 100%. I've talked about Central. Hiyo division hata yake na pande nyingine sisi hatutaki. Lakini nikuulize, kwani hakuna intelligence ya kuoneshana the hit will be very bad? The division will be the worst. Hata tukichukua serikali, hata nani akichukua serikali, the heat will be very hot. That's what I know. Why do you want that division? Your Excellency, why do you want that division? You can party 2027 kulingana na constitution. Slowly. Slowly. Sema sasa, hii mtu amenichokeza kwa sababu ya ABCD. You know, that is the same thing Uhuru did. He did not tell us the problem ya kuachana na Ruto.
And because in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, and that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve specific political objectives, in this video, I want us to talk about Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment, especially the latest moves. Because let us ask ourselves these three questions first. The first question, what are the chances of success if that impeachment motion were to be brought before the House? As things stand today, if you were to ask me, the chance of removing Rigathi Gachagua from office are very high. William Ruto can attend that. But politically, it's not a very good idea. But if you were to pursue it, I'm 100% sure we'll be able to pursue it, because William Ruto already rallied 48 MPs from the mountain to disown Rigathi Gachagua. So that's a very bad politics or signal for Rigathi Gachagua. The second question I want to ask you, why do you think William Ruto engineered the statement which was read by members of parliament from the mountain that declared Professor Kithure Kindiki as the Mount Kenya kingpin? Why? Let me tell you the politics behind that. In the next coming months, we're going to see some development, some development projects being initiated in the mountain. Ideally, the person who is supposed to oversee those development projects is none other than the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua. But you are going to see William Ruto giving Professor Kithure Kindiki more powers to supervise those projects, just like Matiang'i did during Uhuru era. So the intention is to have Kindiki go down to the ground. And because Kindiki is associated with William Ruto, the credit will go straight to William Ruto and not Rigathi Gachagua. And of course, it's also part of the strategy of trying to slow down Rigathi Gachagua and denying him some profiles. But the last question I want to ask you, why do you think Ndindi Nyoro is silent as the feud between Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua escalates? Again, to answer that question, it is because William Ruto is preparing Ndindi Nyoro to take over from Rigathi Gachagua should he be impeached. Then, immediately is replaced with Ndindi Nyoro. Ndindi Nyoro is going to be tasked with uniting the mountain, because his hands will be clean. He was neither with Rigathi, he was neither with the other camp. That camp, the person who is now taking the dirt is Kimani Ichung'wah. And that's exactly what is happening. So I want us to look at that impeachment. Before we do it, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your M-Pesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. Why do you think William Ruto would want to impeach Rigathi Gachagua? Because this impeachment plan began sometimes back. Rigathi Gachagua then fought back. Then William Ruto asked his allies to scale down. Why would this plan be effected now? Why do William Ruto want Rigathi Gachagua to be impeached? 3 main reasons only. Number one, William Ruto is keen on planning his 2027 politics. And as long as Rigathi Gachagua is still in the picture, it means he can't plan it. So Ruto is keen on planning that 2024 political strategy minus Rigathi Gachagua in the picture. Because as long as Rigathi Gachagua is the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, constitutionally, he gets intelligence briefing. Constitutionally, he sits in the National Security Advisory Council. Constitutionally, he will use government resources, which William would not want to happen now. Because the truth is, the fallout is already there. Nothing can be done to salvage it. It's over between the two. So that's number one. William Ruto wants to start planning for 2027 minus Rigathi Gachagua. Number two, it will also allow him to deal with the aftermath. Because it would be political suicidal for William Ruto to wait until last minute to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. If you were to do it now, the better. Because one thing I know for sure, Rigathi Gachagua is not going to resign. If anybody is expecting Rigathi Gachagua to resign, that is not going to happen. Rigathi Gachagua learned his politics from Moi, Uhuru, and has mastered it under the feet of William Ruto. If there's any politician who would have resigned, then it was Ruto. If Ruto never resigned, you should never expect Rigathi Gachagua to resign. But Ruto is keen on engineering this impeachment because that's the only option of removing him from office so that he can plan for the aftermath. How will the mountain react? And in the absence of the mountain, in case the mountain are going to rebel, where can he get the votes? What are the other strategies of reaching out to the mountain? What are the alternatives? So he wants to deal with those aftermath instead of waiting, because just like I keep on telling you, the name Rigathi Gachagua might be on the ballot, but not as William Ruto's running mate in 2027. Number three is also the same thing I'm talking about, the running mate equation. You see, William Ruto is undecided whether to pick a running mate from the mountain or from the Luo Nation. And of course, we also know that there's also the element of Kalonzo Musyoka. So, dealing with the Rigathi Gachagua now William Ruto will be able to craft, he will be able to make a decision whether to pick the running mate from the mountain or to move away from the mountain. But what do we expect? I mean, what can we expect if Rigathi Gachagua were to be impeached today? The first thing we should expect is that in case Rigathi Gachagua will be impeached, which I don't see coming, is that we are going to have a new political party for the mountain. The mountain are going to form their own political party to advance their own political agenda. Rigathi Gachagua is going to take a lead. I can assure you, Rigathi Gachagua is already in talks with Uhuru Kenyatta. The other day, I saw some ads from the newspaper, kind of propaganda, but in that, it listed Kioni as new interim party leader. Is it deputy party leader for DP party? Who else? Veronica Maina. You know who else? Those are the kind of individuals. So the truth is, if that impeachment were to succeed, a new political party from the mountain is going to emerge. And that is going to give William Ruto serious political headache. Number two, it's also going to lead to the working relationship or a working alliance or cooperation between Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua. They are likely to unite because the enemy of your enemy becomes your friend. As much as Rigathi really became Uhuru Kenyatta's enemy, he has apologized, and I know for sure they are in talks. So they are likely to unite. And a united mountain is not good for William Ruto. William Ruto's politics is actually good for him when the mountain is divided. And lastly, the politics of betrayal is going to follow Ruto. There is no way Uhuru can be wrong, Raila can be wrong, because Ruto fell out with Raila, fell out with Uhuru, is not falling out with Rigathi. There's no way those three can be wrong. That is only Ruto who is right. So the politics of betrayal is going to dawn on him, just like the way he used it against Uhuru Kenyatta. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed that video up to that stage. If you've enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comment section. and know that I really value it. Just say present and or enjoyed, then know that I really value the time you took to watch the video up to this stage. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.